Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Hideous Thoughts here, coming at you with another Black Desert Online video for console. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Tuvala Enhancing, specifically what Failstack Ranges you should be using when enhancing your Tuvala gear. We're going to be taking a look at what you should be starting at, what you should be stopping at, some little bit of details around the items, the resources involved in enhancing Tuvala gear, and yeah, just hopefully you guys get a little bit of insight into how you can enhance your Tuvala gear to get the most out of it, get it to pen so that you get the highest stats possible, and then you can carry that over once season ends. Alright guys, so if this video helps you out, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, you know what to do. That helps out this channel more than you could know, and we really need to get out past YouTube's algorithm, guys, so every interaction really helps. But guys, if you want to see some Tuvala enhancing, make sure you stick around, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so when looking at the items needed for enhancing Tuvala gear, essentially what you've got here is you've got three main items. You've got the Tuvala ore, you've got the refined magical blackstones. These ones are specific for Tuvala gear for seasons, and then you've got the time-filled blackstones. All of these items are incredibly valuable in their own way. So the ore is very valuable because you're going to use this to buy Tuvala gear from the blacksmith or from other NPCs around the world of Black Desert. But specifically, I do a lot of my enhancing, well, I do all of my enhancing in Velia, so I'm going to be talking about the blacksmith, that's Trannon Underfoot. And the next one is the refined magical blackstones. Do not vendor these guys. I know it says they're worth 200,000 each, but these are incredibly valuable for getting your enhancements up with the 100% guarantee. Now the thing with these as well is you can see the requirements there. It says there for Pry you're going to need 10 of these to get a guaranteed enhancement for Pry. I probably wouldn't use these for Pry. It's just not really worthwhile. Duo next, you've got 20 of these. Again, Duo's pretty easy to achieve, so Duo's not really something that I would worry about. Try, on the other hand, you need 30 of these per attempt. It gives you 100% guarantee. This is what I would be using. Going from Duo to Try is where you're going to want to be using this specifically, like especially if you don't enhance a lot. Right, this is where you're going to want to be using the refined magical blackstones just to get that guaranteed enhancement chance. Now it does say down the bottom as well that durability is going to decrease by 50 when you enhance with these. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you think about that, one of these Tuvala, like the weapons and the armor pieces, they only cost 1 ore, so it's not really like it's 5 ore. Every time you use one of these, it's 5 ore. Alright, you do get a fair amount of these when you complete the season pass, and through various ways, like you can go and grind monsters and you can get a whole bunch of these. So there is lots of different ways that you can get these. And the next item we need to talk about is the time-filled blackstones. These here worth 100,000 silver if you sell them to the NPC. I do not recommend that you sell them to the NPC because they're very valuable. Very valuable. Alright guys, so basically this is what you're going to be using to enhance your Tuvala gear. Okay, and that's number 1. And then if you have any left over, you can be exchanging these for certain things like Advice of Valk. So if you need extra fail stacks or things like that, if you need any extra Valk's Cry, these are the things that you can use these for. So I definitely recommend not selling these to an NPC. Alright, so now that we've covered those 3 items, let's talk about the fail stacks. Alrighty guys, so let's take a look at the Failstack ranges. Now, we've got here the percentages, the ranges from 0 to pen. And essentially what you're going to be doing is, the reason why we've got the red box around Pry to pen is because once we get the narrow gear to pen, then we exchange it with Fugar and he gives us the Pry to Val. So we only really need to focus on the Pry to pen ranges. If you are buying it from the vendor, from the blacksmith, and you're enhancing it from the ground up, then you can look at the earlier ranges. But specifically in this video, we're going to be taking a look at prior to pen, because I'm going to assume that you guys all did it with the correct way, and you exchanged your pen narrow and you got your Tuvala Gear that way during season. So what we're going to be looking at prior to duo is going to give you a 12% chance to succeed on 0 fail stacks. This is all assuming that it's on 0, we're not adding any extra on top. Duo to try is going to give you an 8% chance. Try to tet is going to give you a 5% chance, and tet to pen is going to give you a 3% chance with 0 fail stacks. Accessories are different, guys. This is just for gear. This is just for your weapons and your armor. Accessories is much different, so don't think that you can take this and use it for accessories, because it's completely different, guys. And we'll get to that in another video. So let's take a look really quickly now. If we go into the enhancement window, and we'll have a look, because I do have some gear here ready to go. So essentially what you want to be doing is, we've got the prior Tuvala piece. Now mine says 14.4% because you get a 1.2% chance per fail stack from prior to duo, and I do have a 2 permanent fail stack there. So if this was on 0, it would be at 12%. So essentially what you would be looking at is around 10 fail stacks, guys. So if you put in 10 fail stacks for your prior to duo, this is a good range to use on prior to duo. And when you're actually following the season pass, you get a ton of plus 10 fail stacks that you can use, or you can just build your own. So the range is going to be kind of, you can go probably as low as like maybe 8 fail stacks, or up to, maybe 12 to start on, depending on the price of blackstones and what the price of your enhancing materials are worth with the Black Desert economy. So I would say anywhere from like 8 to 12. I'm starting on 10. 10 seems to be a good number for me. So basically that's what you could do. You could look at your around 10 fail stacks for prior to duo. And if you fail, essentially what you're going to be doing is you want to stop at around 20. Alright, so there we go. So I've hit 20. And what I could do now is, I don't want to go any higher, because basically we've got 20 fail stacks is the range for duo. So what I can do is I can pop this into here, or I can switch this stack onto another character. I can go ahead and grab myself another 10 fail stack, and then I can come back and I can go try again for the duo attempt. Alright, so now that we're back with our next 10 fail stack, we can go ahead and we can do this one again. And again, guys, it's just a matter of being consistent, and you got to remember that with the Tuvala Gear, the fail stack ranges have significant value, and you really need to pay attention and not kind of go overboard when you're enhancing Tuvala Gear, because it's just not worth spending the value of the fail stack on something like Tuvala Gear, because you can't get your money back on it. You can't devour it for fail stacks. You can't sell it. You can't do anything with it. So you're never going to get your money back on it. Granted that you can switch it from character to character, so it does have kind of like an endless use with alts and things like that, but you could never get your money back on the actual enhancements itself. So you really want to stick to the fail stack ranges and not go overboard with it. Alright guys, so we've hit the duo, and essentially what we could do now is we can go ahead and we can pop in a 20 fail stack if you wanted to do it this way. You can see we got the same percentage chance there of 24%, right, with the 20 fail stack. So this is a good range to kind of hit that duo to try. You could go a little bit higher if you wanted. You could go maybe try and get that up to 25%, which would be around 25 fail stacks. So you could go ahead and you can do that. Now the other thing that you could do as well, if you didn't want to use a fail stack, is you can go ahead and you can use these refined magical blackstones. And the refined magical blackstones, if I switch that over, you're going to see that that's going to give me a 100% chance of success. It's going to need 30 of them, like we said earlier. and it's going to use up 5 durability. So I don't have enough durability on this item to go ahead and do that, but that's essentially how that would work. So what you would need to do is you would need to come down here to the blacksmith, you would come to exchange, you would go to the sub weapon or whichever one that you're doing, and you can see that it requires 1 Tuvala ore. I think we've only got like 20 durability, so I'm just going to buy a few of these, get some durability, and then I'm going to come into repair, repaired max durability, click on this one, and there we go. We can repair that. All right. So now that we've got those, that's all been repaired. I think I bought a couple extra more than I needed, but we can come back into here and we can go into the enhancement, and I'm going to save the stacks and I'm going to show you the enhancement with the refined magical blackstones. You get 100% chance of success. It's not going to fail on 100, but there you go. So now we've got the try. So now what you're looking at for your TED attempt is going to be your 30 fail stack. Now the reason why we're starting on 30, again guys, it just comes down to the value of the fail stacks. You don't want to be doing this on a 40 fail stack. Believe me, a 40 fail stack is incredibly valuable, and you know, it just goes up and up in there. The difference in value between a 30 fail stack and a 40 fail stack is very substantial, so you really want to make sure that you are not going overboard. I know it's tempting just to keep clicking and clicking, guys, but you don't want to be going overboard with your enhancements. So with the ranges here, some people will say don't go higher than 35. I would probably say don't go higher than 40. Like at an absolute maximum, guys, if you want to give yourself a little bit more leeway, don't go higher than 40, but like 30 to 35 range for that try to tet is going to be a good range for you to do it. And if you fail, what you can do is you can always just pull out more of the refined magical stones, and you can just go straight back to try and then do another tet attempt. So there we go. So we failed. So what we can do then is, again, we can put this fail stack here to the side. We can go ahead, pull this one out. Now I'm not going to be able to do it right now because we've run out of durability, but essentially that's what you would do. So I'll just pull out the next piece of gear. I don't know, let's see if we can if we can hit one. So that's bumped us up we were at 30 fail stacks, and that's bumped us up to 35. So you can see that the fail stack ranges actually increase quite a bit with the Tuvala Gear. So we can go ahead, we'll try this again, 22%. If this one fails, then that's going to be it for the 10 attempts, I think. But basically, guys, and then you can see, so 2 taps, just 2 taps, guys, that's all it took to get to 40 fail stacks. So you're going to increase 5 each time you fail. Put this stack aside. You can use this stack for other things. You can use this for enhancing duo accessories or other items. This is even like a really low pen Tuvala stack, but this is that's pretty much all you would do. 2 taps, guys, maximum. Put this, extract this stack, save it for later, put it onto your Nada's band, and keep it there hidden away, and then grab yourself another 30 stack, go again. Alright guys, so that's basically it. Now with the pen, so let's say that you achieve that tet and you want to go to pen. Well, essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be starting around, like, you can start as low as like 40, 45. That's really low. I would probably be starting this on around 50 fail stacks, guys, and probably stopping around like 70, 75. You don't really want to be going any higher than that, just because of the value of these stacks. Is like, if you're enhancing tet boss gear, you know, it's not really, you don't really have the same value between the Tuvala and the boss gear. Yes, with the pen Tuvala, you can exchange one piece of pen Tuvala for a boss gear, but remember, once you do that, you can't sell it, and it just doesn't have that same kind of silver value because it's really limited and restricted. All right, so you know, around 70 fail stacks is where you're going to be stopping with your pen attempts. Now guys, in terms of cronstones, I know a lot of people are asking about cronstones. I personally would not be using cronstones. I don't recommend using cronstones for this. It's just not worth it. You just don't have the value there. The Tuvala Gear is not really worthwhile using real like resources that you use for enhancing other gear. If you really like don't do enhancing at all and you really want to use cronstones to get the easy Tuvala enhancements, then guys, you have to make that decision yourself. At the end of the day, guys, it's a game and you want this to be enjoyable and not be stressing, like you don't want to be stressed out over it. So you make your own decisions on what you think is viable for you as a player and how you think that the game, like how you think it's going to benefit you, and whether you think you can make a calculated decision on is it worthwhile using cronstones. Because remember, cronstones are very valuable. They're not an inexpensive item. So I definitely, for me, I don't recommend using cronstones. But that's it, guys. So that's the Failstack Ranges. So you're looking at around 10 for Pri to Duo, around 20 for Duo to Tri, 30 to maximum, absolute maximum 40 for Tri to Tet. And then with the Tet to Pen, you're looking anywhere kind of in that like 45 to 70 range. That's like maximum 70, 75. That's where you want to be stopping. So that's the Failstack Ranges, guys, for enhancing the Tuvala Gear. It can be a little bit tedious, but try to use as much of the free resources as you can with the Tuvala, or you can quite easily go and farm this with the Rift Echoes and around like just grinding monsters and things like that. The Refined Magical Blackstones, these are pretty accessible by grinding in certain areas. And the Time-Filled Blackstones, you can get these pretty easily through grinding and other activities as well. So all of these three items here are free, essentially free resources. You can get them through various activities around the world and just in-game general gameplay. But so try to use these as much as possible. If you're running low, then just go and get some more. And you do have 3 months to do this, guys, so don't rush it. Don't feel like you have to do it all in one go. Go and do one piece, go and restock on your resources. Do another piece, restock on your resources. Take your time with it, guys. It's not a race, and just enjoy the game and enjoy the process. That's all there is to it, really. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I really hope that helped you out. And yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the video. If this helped you out, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, guys, and make sure you hit the bell button so you don't miss out on any future Black Desert console content. Alright, guys, but I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.